G'day everyone, how you going? Welcome to episode 2 of my lap around Australia. I hope you liked episode 1. We have got another massive show ahead for you guys this week. Last time we chatted, I was up heading through the Flinders Ranges on the Unadilla track, and this week right now I am at, as every Australian knows, the rural epicentre of Australia, Gungahlin. Fun fact, I am actually in Freeling, but this is the Gungahlin Hotel north of Adelaide, and this is where they filmed all the pub scenes in McLeod's Daughters. Anyway guys, we've got a massive show ahead for you guys this week, but before we get to that, here's a bit of a preview of what is to come. How bloody good is this? Check out that. Have a look at that! That is insane! G'day everyone, how you going? Welcome to Port Augusta. You know, this town gets a little bit of a bad rap, but you know, it's not all that bad. I mean, I got some pretty good meat from the butchers the other day. But besides that, I'm just going to fill you in with what has been going on over the last few days, as it has been bloody busy. So a couple of nights ago, I was over at a camping ground just out of Udunda called World's End Campground. It was a bloody good spot, and I caught up with a couple there who booked me in for a photo shoot. So basically we spent the night camping together, and then the first thing in the morning we did a photo shoot on the road just out of the campground, and as it turned out, it ended up being a ripping sunrise, and we got some awesome photos of these two guys for their couple shoot. Right after that, I headed back into Adelaide, and I camped last night at the Adelaide Showgrounds Caravan Park for a whopping, are you ready for this? Strap yourself in right now guys, a whopping $59 a night for an unpowered site. That's right. What did I get for that unpowered site? I got a little bit of grass and some showers and a toilet. The same thing I got in Unadilla for 15 bucks. I know it's Adelaide, it's capital city, but bugger me dead. 59 bucks for an unpowered site. That is the most expensive campground I've paid so far. If I was paying any more than that for a campground anywhere else on this trip, I might as well just book a room somewhere. That is just ridiculous. But anyway, today we're in Port Augusta. So the plan for today is I've got to head out to a shearing shed and do some photos tomorrow, and I'm doing some family photos for the property owners this afternoon. However, this is not just any old shearing shed. This is a very famous wool shed. Even if you are not involved in the shearing industry at all, you very well might have heard of this place. This was the shearing shed that they used to film the movie Sunday Too Far Away in, back in the mid-70s with Jack Thompson in it. Iconic movie if you are in any way involved in the farming or shearing industries in Australia. Everyone seems to have seen it. And if you were born in like the 60s or 70s, you know, you've probably seen this movie. So, iconic shearing shed. I'm keen to get the camera out and get some photos of this shearing shed in action. I have been there once before, but there was nobody working in it at the time. So this time around, we are going to get some photos of these guys in action tomorrow afternoon. So let's get out there. Good morning guys, it is 6:15 AM and I've just woken up. That's my ute right there. I've just slept out the front of the wool shed, and we're just about to make a start getting some photos done. Probably have some brekkie. Had a few beers with the team last night. Great bunch of guys and girls. Really keen to get some photos today. Right, looking forward to this. Let's get into it. Greetings from Whyalla, everyone. How are we all? I've just left Port Augusta about 2 or 3 hours ago. Finished up the shearing shed shoot over there. Had a ball with those guys and girls. They were a great bunch, and I've got some great photos. I'm really happy with how they've turned out. So for now, I've just set up camp here at what is called on Wikicamp's 8 Mile campground. It's only about 5 or 10 minutes out of Whyalla, out of the town centre there. I've just come from town in there. I've went and checked out the jetty at Whyalla, and I went and got some food. I've bought myself a lamb roast. Now, if you were watching last week's episode, you might be saying to yourself, well, how can you be cooking a lamb roast? You lit your Weber on fire last week. Well, guess what I've just gone and done? Check out this brand new BBQ Weber. How's this for timing? Yesterday, BCF had a 25% sale off on Webers. Unreal, meant to be. So, we're going to put out a test tonight, cook ourselves a lamb roast. I'm a bit excited. It's time to open up the Weber. I've got a black one this time, thought I'd mix it up a bit, and got myself a new trivet to go with it too for this roast. So let's get this Weber set up, and then 2 o'clock in about an hour or two, we'll be right to start cooking our roast up. Got my new Weber. Well, look at this piece of crap that the new Webers come with. This end won't fit on my gas bottle. So now I've got to get a new gas bottle. It'll be muesli bars for dinner. Unbelievable. Righto, looks like we're up for a new gas bottle. Well, how good is this roast dinner? Can't believe I'm eating jam, toasted sandwich for dinner after I bought a roast lamb. Unbelievable. Bloody hell, Weber. Why did you have to change your hose connection? Righto. Well, tonight it's now jam toast for dinner, but I've got an unreal campsite here, and we're off to Port Lincoln tomorrow. So I suppose we'll chat when we're a bit further down the coast. G'day from Port Lincoln, everybody. The weather here is absolute trash. I woke up this morning over at Whyalla, beautiful morning, sunrise over the beach. I tried to get the drone up there to show you guys what the campsite looked like, but it was near an airport and they wouldn't let me fly it. But looked unreal. And my plan was to find another spot here in Port Lincoln to camp tonight. I've got to do a photo shoot here, but the weather's just turned to crap, and I might even get a room at a motel or a caravan park or something, just so I'm not sitting out in the rain. If it's going to stay like this, I'll be looking for some bit of shelter, and I might even try and find somewhere indoors to go and edit some photos and do some work inside today. But for now, it's time for a food review. So I've just gone to the Port Lincoln Bakery. I'm assuming I'm on the main street here. I've never been here before, but I think it's just on the main street here. I've got the pizza pie. So there's a bit going on here. Check out that. Now it's already starting to crack. It's showing signs of wear and tear, and I haven't even eaten it yet. So it's not a good sign. But I thought rather than just getting the old steak pie or just something a bit like the usual, I thought I'll branch out a bit here and I'll get the pizza pie. So don't know. It's pretty thin, and we're not off to a good start, but we'll give it a go, see what it's like. That's actually not too bad. I've never had a pizza pie before, but yep, that's all right. That's not too bad. As long as this stays in one piece, I'll be a fan of this. Yeah. Yep, not bad. Yep, not bad at all. If you're in Port Lincoln, I recommend you get down to the bakery there. Don't get your hopes up for a lot of variety. There was like your plain steak, chunky steak pies, pizza pie obviously, and there might have been like 4 or 5 different kinds of pies. So anyway, I can confirm that this is a good pie, and now I'm just going to hope this weather clears, try and get this photo shoot done tomorrow, and then I've got to go back up to Port Neal for another photo shoot tomorrow, and then across to Streaky Bay on Thursday. I should mention also that I got a new gas bottle for the Weber, so I'll be able to cook my roast on Thursday, so I'm already looking forward to eating that. Righto. Catch you later. Well, I've done the unthinkable. I feel like I'm cheating a bit on this trip now. I've booked a room for the night at the Port Lincoln Tourist Park we are at. Mind you, it was $195 for a cabin, so just keep that in mind if you're planning on a last minute trip here. Be prepared for premium rates. Anyway, if you do want to get an unpowered side though, it was $30 to get an unpowered side here, but there was no way I was going to sit outside in the cold and edit photos on my little camp table. It would have been freezing cold. So let's go check it out. What the hell? She's a bit flash for me. Oh, I get to have a shower tonight. You bloody ripper. Got a balcony. Oh, far out, 4 beds. We could have a party in here too. Not bad. Not bad at all. Good morning from Port Neal, everybody. How are we all today? I've just headed an hour north up from Port Lincoln. Woke up in my cabin this morning, headed back an hour pretty much where I came from yesterday. Got a photo shoot here tonight. So I've found myself this campground. It's called, hang on, Carrow Wells Campground, and it is a free camp I just found on Wikicamps. I'm going to do some work. I'm going to edit some photos. Got my little office I'm setting up here. And then I'm gonna have to duck back into Port Neal, which is only like 8 minutes or something from here, but I've got to go there and then do a photo shoot, which will take about an hour, and then come back again. So I'm hoping that when I leave this spot, I don't lose my campground for the hour or so that I'm gone, because it's actually quite a good spot. And if I wanted to, I could actually park up here on this little ridge, this sand ridge that we've got here, and it looks out over the ocean. It's pretty cool. But I've got a bit of a break from the wind here with this little hill here behind me. So I'm going to camp here tonight, but I'm going to spend the afternoon editing some photos, but I'm going to quickly get the drone up and show you guys where I'm going to be spending the night, because this is actually a pretty cool spot. Good morning, everyone from Coffin Bay. How are we all today? Hope you're having a great day. I've just pulled up here at Yangi Bay campground. As you can see, this is a beautiful view to spend the day camped at, and that is the campground just over there, if you can see that. The campsites here were $20 each, and there apparently were better campgrounds up the road on the peninsula a bit further, but I've gone the easy two-wheel drive accessible route today. Only because basically, as you can see, the weather is pretty ordinary, and it's supposed to rain today, I think, at some stage. And all the reviews on Wikicamp said that if you're going to go down the four-wheel drive accessible campsite routes, apparently the roads turn to crap, and I really could not be bothered spending today getting bogged and then getting out of it again. I had a photo shoot last night that I've got to edit, and I've got a ton of work I've got to catch up on, so today is going to be a nice relaxed day. I'm also going to try and throw a rod in while I'm here, because I got my fishing rod sent across to me, and here comes the rain. I got my fishing rod sent across to me from Victoria, so now I've got a fishing rod, I can do a bit of fishing, so we've got to try and do a bit of that while we're in Streaky Bay. And now that I've got a new gas bottle, we can finally cook this roast up that I was supposed to have the other day. So that is going to be basically the rest of today. Let's get this campsite set up and let's get out of this rain. Morning everyone, I'm still over here at Coffin Bay, and I woke up this morning to like this unreal sunrise. It was so good, and I got told last night I had to go and check out these sand dunes that are just 5k up the road. So I'm on my way there, and the weather has turned from this unreal sunrise to this, and none of this is even showing on the radar, so I can't even see if it's going to pass over soon. But really don't feel like getting out and putting my tyres down in this weather and driving around. Not even going to worry about it. So looks like we're going to head off to Streaky Bay. I was going to throw a rod in there too, but if this weather stays like this, we could be wet going fishing too. Anyway, we'll try our luck with the weather over at Streaky Bay, and hopefully we can throw a rod in over there and catch ourselves a great big bloody fish. Right, let's give it a go. The rain's actually stopping, and they're right bloody there. Have a look at them. I just want to go and drive on them. Maybe I'll do a U-turn. I'm going to try and find these dunes. Well, I came back, I couldn't help myself, so we're just letting the tyres down. The beach is just over that way. We're going to go do some dune driving. I'm keen for this. Let's get into it. Any minute now. How bloody good is this? This is pretty cool. I've never done any sand dune driving before, so if you're looking for this place, there's no sign that says sand dunes this way, so you head off the road that goes out to Yangi campground from Coffin Bay, and then there's a sign that I think it just says Gunya Beach. Head off that, and then it'll take you into this eventually. You got to go through about 3k of just like real rocky, crappy roads, but it brings it out at this. I drove on the beach there for a while, but the sand was pretty soft, so at the risk of missing tonight's photo shoot and getting bogged and getting stuck before I even do the drive over to Streaky Bay, I've done a U-bolt and it's going to dart around these sand dunes for a while and have a bit of a scope around this area. This is pretty cool. G'day everyone from Lake McDonnell, otherwise known as the famous Pink Lake, or Pink and Blue Lake. Well, you know how sometimes you get this idea in your head that something's going to be unreal and then it's not everything it's cracked up to be? Yeah, this is kind of one of those moments. This is the Pink Lake. This is how pink it is. I have heard online before that you do have to come here at the right time of year to get this looking at its best, but I was hoping that today was going to be one of those days. It's a bit pink when you get the drone up and have a look over the top of the lake, but I've got to tell you, the blue part is black. It is not very attractive at all. This is the blue portion of the lake. One side of the road is supposed to be blue, one side is supposed to be pink. This is the blue side. Yeah, I don't know if I'm colorblind, but that doesn't look blue to me. Anyway, pretty cool to, I suppose, be here and see it from the drone from above. Like, when you see it from the drone, parts of it are a bit pink, but I think we might have to come back here on a better day because it doesn't look that great to me. This is like one of those must-see Instagram things, and I've got to tell you, I'm not raving about it. Oh well, we're going to go and check out Penong now, get some fuel and head across to Fowler's Bay. Got a photo shoot there tonight, so let's get back in the old Hilux and head back into town. This has been a bit of a letdown. Well, no trip to Penong is complete without a trip to the Windmill Museum apparently, so I don't know if this is Australia's biggest windmill museum, maybe the world's biggest windmill museum, I don't know, but we're going to go and have a look while we're here. Cheers everyone, happy Saturday. Oh man, oh. You might be wondering why I'm a bit puffed. Well, I'm on top of a sand dune and I just, oh man, I'm buggered. I've got to Fowler's Bay, I've just finished the photo shoot and I'm just sitting on the sand dunes right next to the middle of town here. That's the town right at the top of my stubby over there. I found out before, this town has a population of 20 people. There's not even a pub here, so I think the next best thing is to take a couple of stubbies on top of the best view in town and just have a few beers up here by myself and have a look over this jetty here. Check out this for a view. I was a bit disappointed when I found out there wasn't a pub here, but I tell you what, this is just about better, I reckon. Righto. Tomorrow we're going to head to the Nullarbor Roadhouse and watch the Carlton Collingwood game there. I'll probably leave at half time because no doubt Carlton are probably going to lose. And then we're going to head 30 minutes south to the Australian Bight and we're going to set up camp on the cliffs over there. Righto, I'm going to enjoy this view while I've got a bit of daylight left. Enjoy your night, guys. Over and out. G'day everyone, welcome to the famous Nullarbor Roadhouse. I'm sitting here in my office, otherwise known as my ute. Just editing last night's photo shoot. As you can see, plenty of room in here to work out of. Been sitting here for like 2 hours now in the car park, just editing photos. So I'm looking forward to actually getting up out of this seat and going into the bar here at the Roadhouse and watching the Carlton game because I'm sick of sitting down today. It's like all I've done. So anyway, we're going to go in there and probably watch Carlton lose more than likely. But you know, we're going to get up, have some lunch here at the Roadhouse, and then we're going to go and watch a Carlton game and head over to the Bunda Cliffs, and then we're going to camp on the Australian Bight tonight. I'm really keen to do that. It's going to be a cracking campsite. I've already looked it up online, it looks great. We're going to camp there tonight and then we're going to wrap this video up. So let's go and watch the footy. Man, I'm nervous. Righto everyone, well I left the Nullarbor Roadhouse early because Carlton were losing. I left at about the start of the fourth quarter because we're hopeless. But I'm in a pretty good mood. And do you know why? Because this is my campsite for the night. Have a look at that! That is insane! Oh man, I better have to go to the toilet during the night and fall off the edge. That, my friends, is the Great Australian Bight. How bloody good is that? This is called the Bunda Cliffs Campground. You turn off about 30k, I think it was, west of the Nullarbor Roadhouse. And then you go about 5k off that main highway, and then you go through a bit of a dirt track, and it brings out to this incredible view. Thanks for tuning in this week, guys. I'm going to set up camp, but first of all, I'm going to get this drone out and have a bit of a better look around this area. Tune in next week, guys, and until then, have a great week and look after yourselves. Oh man.